when the disciples were trying to cast out the demon and they failed casting out the demon, Jesus came. And when Jesus came, he immediately cast out the demon. And the disciples didn't understand. Like, we have been trying to cast out this demon the longest time. Why have we failed to cast out this demon, the longest time? And Jesus is only coming now and he is casting out the demon. And Jesus said to them, some things can only come out in fasting and in prayer. Some things can only come out in fasting and in prayer. If Jesus himself saw it, that fasting was very, very important. And like those who are Christian, you know that Jesus spent so much time fasting. He fasted 40 days and 40 nights. So like Jesus himself did the fasting. So as Christians, there are some things really that we have to fast for. In this video, I am going to share with you guys how fasting and praying at midnight changed my life. Why do I pray at midnight? I got the inspiration from Paul and Silas. When they were sentenced, when they were in prison, they prayed at midnight. They would get up at midnight and start praying and praising. It was at midnight when they were praying that the gates of the prison were opened. And like nobody, even the guards of the prison didn't understand how did the prison gates got opened. Even the chains that they were tying them, they were removed. So like that's when I got the inspiration of praying at midnight. Guys, there is something that happens. There are a lot of things that are happening at midnight. You know, it is that hour when a lot of things are happening on the spiritual realm. You know, guys, when the Bible says we are not fighting against the flesh, we are fighting against the principalities of evil, rulers of darkness, like unseen forces. These are the forces that operate more in midnight. I'm not saying that they do not operate like throughout the day, but they operate more in midnight. So there is power in praying at midnight. Okay, how did praying at midnight change my life? I had a prayer partner who passed away like 2 years back, not 2 years back, about 3 years back. We used to pray together at midnight if we needed a breakthrough about something. So guys, there was a time when I needed to fix my document. I used to go to Pretoria like every day. Every day I'll go there literally every day, and then I'll stay there the whole day and nobody was attending us. And you know what, like it was costing me so much to be going there. You are going there and you are not coming back. You are coming back with nothing, and then you have to go again the following day, or sometimes they'll tell you to come the following week. And you know, a lot of money was being spent on that. So I started praying at midnight. I said, God, you open the prison gates for Paul and Silas to set them free. I pray that you open the doors for me. I cannot be going there all the time and I'm sitting outside and I'm not attended. And I need this document so that I can be able to further my studies. I also need it so that I can be able to get work. So it just happened that when I go there, and then as usual, they made us sit outside. They will make us sit outside until, you know, the closing time. And then they will tell you that you have to go back and you have to come back on Monday or on Tuesday next week. So the cycle kept on going. Then I went straight to the gate. When I went straight to the gate, and one of the people that I was working there, it happened that he was at the door, and I said, you know what, I've been coming here over and over again, and he let me in. I was the number last in the queue. I was number last in the queue, and I was so happy. I told myself that, okay, I'm going to wait in this queue until they serve me. And you know what? God in wisdom is faster than the speed of lightning. When you have prayed to God, and when you have fasted, God will always come through for you. So it happened that I was sitting at the end of the bench, and I was the last one. Like one of the guy who had finished doing his work, he was not doing what I was queuing for, but like he was working in the same place there. But he was able also to assist me. So he just came and said, you know what, you can come through. And I was sitting at the end. So do you see the power of praying at midnight and the power of fasting? And then the other thing that I will share is before I started, you know, before I pursued my tertiary education, you know, like my life was kind of like I didn't have direction. I didn't know what I was doing with my life. So I decided that, you know what, I'm going to fast 3 days and 3 nights. So it happened that on the second day when I was fasting, it was around 3 o'clock in the morning, in the afternoon. And then I was kneeling before my bed. I said, God, my life does not have like direction. Please, can you show me the way? What is it that you want me to do? And then like I heard a voice inside me saying, I gave you education. What are you doing? What are you doing with it? And then I was like, God, I don't have money. I don't have money to pay for my studies. And God said, you put it in me, and he said to me, I am the same God yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And God said, I will go before you. I will level the mountains for you. I will break down the gates of bronze. I'll cut through the iron bars. I'll give you hidden treasures, riches are stored in secret places. I was like, okay, God, I'm going to take you at your word. And then I went to apply. And when I went to apply, that was not the end of my challenges. I was using my A-level certificates. I did Cambridge education. So I needed to evaluate my certificates, and I needed to go back to Pretoria again, where I really struggled to get my documents fixed. So I needed to go back there in Pretoria to get like a SACCO ID. I was like, I don't have the money to be going to and from to Pretoria. And then this lady that was helping me, it was at UNISA, guys. This lady who was helping me say to me, you know what, there are people that are doing the evaluation, but the problem now is that it is going to take the longest time for your documents to be evaluated. So it's easier for you to go and get them evaluated so that you can get your SACCO ID. And then I was like, I don't have money for that. Then I came back, and then I prayed at midnight. I said, God, go before me, level the mountains for me. And the lady has said to me, okay, you can go ahead and apply, but just know that maybe you are not going to be accepted in this academic year. Maybe you'll be accepted in the following academic year. I was like, God, I am starting this year. You are faster than the speed of the lightning. You know the end from the beginning. You told me that I should go back to school. Therefore, I am starting. You know, there is power when you take God at his word. And guess what? I got an offer in the same academic year. I got an offer when I was told that I wasn't going to be able to start study because I would have to wait for my certificates to be evaluated. And guys, do you see the power of fasting and praying? You know, like when God says, I will level the mountains for you. I will break down the iron gates. I will cut through the iron bars. I will give you hidden treasures, riches stored in secret places. And God will be meaning business. And I'm going to share another thing like that fasting and praying at midnight helped me. So guys, it happened that I wasn't working at that particular time, and when the incidents that I'm going to share with you just now happened, I had not paid my rent like for about 9 months. And you know what, the landlord was very, very patient with me until he got to a point whereby like he couldn't take it anymore. Like, I mean, who is going to let you stay for 9 months without paying anything? And then he was like, you know what, and you know, like he was a very, very kind soul. He couldn't chase me himself. He had to hire people to come and take my stuff are outside. Like, I mean, everything that I had, my bed, my fridge, my sofa, like it was removed by force, by fire and force. My belongings were removed and everything was just thrown outside. And I was just crying and I didn't know what to do. And then just something came into my heart, like, you know, just call this lady that you used to go to church with, Nonhlanhla. I called the lady and said, you know what, my things are outside. I'm literally homeless. I don't even know what to do, and I don't even know where to go. And that lady said to me, okay, all right, just give me 5 minutes. I'm going to call someone. And the lady called someone. And the lady called someone, and that someone came. Yeah, that someone came. I'm not going to disclose what kind of a profession that he was in, but he was in that field that protects people like single parents, because I was a single parent. And that guy was like, you cannot chase the single mother. Like, what is she going to do with this child? Just give her a little time. What I'm going to do, I am going to give her the job. She is going to work for me, and then I'm going to settle some of the rent. She is going to work for me. So guys, Like, it can only be God. It can only be God. I didn't even know this person. I didn't know that I was going to meet this person. But just because somebody had that God put in my heart, like God will always align the destiny helpers in your path. And I wasn't even thinking of anything when I called this lady. I was just telling her, like, you know what? Like, things are happening. I have a situation. I'm literally homeless. And I wasn't even thinking that by telling her, I was going to get the help that I needed. So, like, there are so many things. There are so many things that the Lord has done for me through fasting and in praying. If, like, I'm going to continue sharing with you guys, I think this video is going to be 2 hours or even 3 hours, because, like, there is really, really so much that God has done for me through fasting and in prayer. Even the way God provided for my tertiary education, it was through fasting and in prayer. Even the way God provided for my daughter's education, it was through fasting and in prayer. Even the way we always get accommodation, yes, even the way we always get accommodation, even the way, like, is like our entire existence, our entire existence, if it wasn't for fasting and praying, like, we were not going to be where we are. And like, those who are studying, there is this subject that showed me flames called quantitative modeling. I failed it. I'll be failing it with 36%. But, like, I really say, God, you are the wisdom of the wise. I'll pray at midnight and say, God, you are the wisdom of the wise. I will say, God, please, the wisdom that you gave to Solomon, please give me that wisdom. Help me to understand. And guess what? I ended up passing the module with a distinction. So, like, there is so much power in praying and fasting. So, guys, thank you so much, guys, to our returning subscribers. Thank you so much for always coming by. And for our new viewers, thank you so much for choosing our House of Kero. We appreciate your love and your support. And if you have not liked this video, what are you waiting for? If you have not subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, join the family. And please, guys, remember to share the video, like what we always say, tell a friend to tell a friend. So that will be all for today, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. I love you guys. Mega love from me, guys, to you guys. Mwah.